Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And I ran this poll over on X. I'll leave a link to my X profile in the description so you guys can check it out. It was a 24-hour poll. It got 135 votes, and T-Mobile lost. So what this poll was about, you guys can see it. It was about the hotspot data, which you guys preferred, right? Was it the 200 gigs and then 6 megabits per second after? Or would you prefer the 250 gigs, which gives you an extra 50 gigs of high-speed data, but then after the 250 gigs, you're throttled down to 600 kilobits per second, right? And you guys can see, I mean, Verizon clearly won at 89%. What I will say, right, and I want to throw this in, 250 gigs of hotspot is a lot, and 200 as well. That's a lot. I'm trying to stream and use that up right now so I can get to the 250 and test for you guys to see how much usage that really is. And I'm not downloading large files and I'm not speed testing consistently or continuously. I'm just streaming 4K content. And I'm telling you guys right now, 250 gigs is a lot. 200 gigs, both a lot. I mean, that's hours and hours worth of content that you can stream to fill that in. We're talking days, right? Not like 30 days, but we're talking days of consistent and constantly streaming 4K content. That's a lot of data that these carriers are presenting us with on these higher premium unlimited plans. Now the 6 megabits per second, that's of course that's better all day long because it's a usable connection after 200 gigs. But to get to that 200 gigs, that's a lot, right? Like some have discussed earlier, and I thought about this too. This could now, these hotspots features that Verizon and T-Mobile have could now be your replacement if your broadband goes down. FWA, fiber, cable, whatever. If it goes down a couple of hours till a technician can come out, this can now replace that. You should now be able to put your entire household onto this connection and it should be fine, right? Now, if you got kids in the house and they're downloading 200 gigs worth of updates on Call of Duty, then of course this is going to get used up in an hour or two, right? But if you're just streaming movies, whatever, this can be a replacement now. This is now a serious consideration of a replacement, right? If you're a constant traveler, let's say you have an RV, you can use this in your RV now. This is a viable option for RVers. So those are just some thoughts that came to mind while I was making this poll. I kind of figured that Verizon would win because it's still a stable, usable connection after 200 gigs. But T-Mobile has an additional 50 gigs after 200 of high speed, which is a lot still, right? So I kind of wanted to see how you guys, which would you prefer? But what I'll briefly discuss to close out the video, and I'll talk about this in a separate video, but AT&T is kind of the odd man out here. Some of you have realized it. Some of you have said like, hey, where's AT&T in all this, right? They haven't responded yet. It's since it's not official, it's speculation if they will respond. I think they will. They kind of have to because it stands out now. And the more and more and more that Verizon and T-Mobile add into the value and everything else, the more AT&T falls behind, right? It might not show today because their churn is still lower, AT&T's churn that is, but it will eventually show. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. See y'all in the next one. Peace.